Sent to the future from the year 2000 by a glitch due to the Millennium Bug, I'm adapting to thrive in the peculiar conditions of the 2020s. Join me in a multimedia extravaganza as we surf the World Wide Web, catch up on 2 decades of video games and mess around with creative tools new and old. I'm Millennium Cyborg, welcome to the new millennium. Experiencing some small technical glitches today. Welcome. Good to see you, Bobadina. Hopefully everything will work just fine once we get into the games. So today, we've got essentially 2 more Wipeout streams ahead of us. I don't know when I'll do the last one, but it would be concerning if there are no glitches. Yeah, if there are no glitches, it means I'm not trying hard enough. Today we're going to do Wipeout Fusion, Wipeout Pure, of which there is a kind of demo special edition as well that will be fun to have a look at, and Wipeout Pulse. And then the next time after that we'll be actually doing a bunch of games that were all part of the Omega Collection. So I'll be streaming the PS4 version of those whenever I get around to that. And spoiler, I've said it before, I really like these ones, in the remastered version at least. Other thing to mention, Wipeout Pulse has a PSP and PS2 versions. People arguing online about which one's better, but I found that the PS2 version is smoother, so I'll be streaming that one. Yeah. So I've not spent any time really with these games today, except to make sure that they're running correctly. So let's see if they're any good. So first up, we've got Wipeout Fusion. Let me pause the music. Turn off fast boot, because apparently that can be an issue with some of these games. That's a good sign, I'm sure. Oh, I thought it was going to play some kind of... No, there it is. Okay, lots of loading screens so far. This is very flashing. I would have thought that by that point people would know to avoid too much flashing. I can't tell if it's just looping or if something's actually happening. Okay. Hang on. accept, delete all. What are we selecting? I assume the default is just play all the tracks. Menu music, I don't know, the menu music as far as I can tell is just this. Unless... yeah, it's not the menu music. It is quite repetitive. Let's go straight for the League. Good old Pfizer. Van Uber G-Tech. Oricom. So Oricom has to be unlocked maybe? Right, and we can only pick this guy for now. I think there's different music in game. It's just the menu music is that one very repetitive track. But there wasn't like a 3, 2... Whoa, okay. Right, struggling a bit more than when I was testing. With the encoding. Yeah, that's really... The emulation is struggling here. I can see it's going at 70%-ish of full speed. Okay, what we're going to do. So I switched from NVEnc to CPU-based encoding when I restarted the stream because I generally have a better time with that. Let's see what options we've got. There's a hack to use multi-threading. Try that for a start. Yeah, I mean the game looks good. Okay, yeah, just turning on multi-threading has improved things. Which ones are my air brakes? Oh, okay, the controls aren't quite what I'm used to, but I'm figuring them out. Seem to get slowed down quite badly by some of these weapons. Alright, so R1 is the weapon. What are the air brakes? Or maybe it's... no. Maybe it's the triggers. Yeah, that seems about right. Enter a name. I do sometimes go back and play more of some of these games. Like I've been playing a bit more Extreme G3. I've been playing a lot of Xenon Racer. That one is good. Let's stick with it. Maybe we can catch up on points in the next race. Hi Des. Well, we're going at almost 100% of emulation speed. But that was a bit of a struggle. I'm not sure how fast the vehicles in Wipeout are supposed to go. I imagine it's quite a frightening speed. Interesting. It looks like an alternate path, but blocked off. Yeah, there's a touch of slowdown in the emulator because I'm streaming at the same time, but it's mostly going well. Yep, over 1,000 future units, whatever they might be. Wow, I'm really getting hit by every single person on the track here. I might be exploding very soon. Yep. Okay, we're just retired from the race. If I have to enter my name every time, I might not bother. But I thought it would save it. Let's see. Do we have any other options? So Van Uber. Okay. And the speeds are here in kilometers an hour. So we're going at over 1,000 kilometers an hour. So which one of these is like the steering? Lateral stability? 25. Yeah, or calm. So we only have two other choices. It's difficult to compare these in these menus. I'll just try her. The emulator has a turbo that seems to speed up loading slightly. Yeah, so there's no countdown. Makes it hard to, well, I don't even know how the initial boost works in this one. Oh yeah, that's some good drifting. I gotta remember that this is a Wipeout game and not... Oh, that... Okay. That's really slowing down here. I wonder why. Seem to be a lot of smoke effects. So I gotta remember I want to hit turbos and... I feel like in previous Wipeout games we've streamed, I did not get hit by other racers nearly as much. This is really an all-out melee. Oh, I keep dropping my items as well because the drop button is on what is normally the use button. I did it again. I'm trying to remember. Can I pick up an item and then can I consume an item for shield when I drop it? All right, let's see. First, let's see if I can create a player profile. There we go. Challenges as well. All right, so let's try this character. We can spend credits to improve some of the abilities here. But we don't have any money yet. Or is that the cost? Or is that... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I find the way those menus work a bit confusing. I'll leave it as it is for now. Oh, interesting. Very floaty. My shield's really low again. We've still got an entire lap to go. Oh, of course, to recharge my shield I have to go into the pit stop. Okay, yeah, that works. I mean, turning around for it was not what you'd really want to do, but now I know it works. feel like I was doing best with that first ship. Right. No, I think I had to back out one level more. Or acceleration, yeah. So that's the equivalent of the more advanced ones in the other game. I want to get past the first race or two so I can really evaluate it. There's so much smoke, so much dust. Oh, okay, so keeping my nose up and down is also something to worry about in this game. Managed to make it to first place. Shield is doing good. Might actually do okay this time. Ow. Oh. Managed to hit the person in first place just before the finish line. That worked out well. Is it the alpha layers causing the slowdown? I'm not sure. I think it's something on the CPU side causing slowdown because my encoder, I'm using CPU encoding. Because at the start of the stream I was having trouble with the other encoder. Twitch didn't like something about what I was uploading. So it's probably just the actual CPU emulation, I expect. But who knows what the emulator actually manages to do on CPU versus GPU. I mean, that might be something we can actually configure on the fly. Graphics using Direct 3D 11. Blending accuracy is already on basic. I can try setting it to minimum. Oh wow, our shield is not in a good way. Oh no. Rip. At least it lets us, gives us the option of continuing. I'll just continue to the next race. I see some more tracks. You know what? I closed Task Manager and it feels smoother now. I wonder if that was causing slowdown as well. Ah. No, there's still a touch of slowdown. Wow. I kind of want to try a time trial track just so I get to... Yeah, I always remember about pitting too late as well. I'd like to try a time trial track to play for a bit without everything exploding around me. This feels about as frantic as XGRA did in terms of... No, even more. In terms of everyone shooting everyone else. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, let's try time trial. Oh, we can't do a time trial. Huh. Is it because we... I mean... What are the options here? No weapons pads on that one. Sure, let's try that. I really wish that there was a better countdown for the start. Unless there's something I'm missing or something that's not emulated right. The racing feels good. Yeah, the controls. Okay, well... Oh, interesting. I wonder. This probably gets better if you play it some more and... maybe on real hardware as well. But I don't think that my main two complaints would be addressed. The starting countdown and the sheer aggressiveness of the other the other races. Still, you know, seems decent. So let's have a look. Wipeout Fusion. How are we going to rank it? I feel like I want to put it... Ah, interesting. XGRA was what it reminded me of in terms of the frantic nature. I think I prefer XGRA. I think I prefer Wipeout 64 and Super Pilot. I think I prefer F-Zero GX. Kind of hard to compare it to, well, original Wipeout is a touch clunky and not as good, in my opinion, as the later ones. So maybe below GX. Somewhere below GX. It gets tough when you think, okay, would I rather play this or original F-Zero? Am I more likely to boot one up or the other? And GP Legend and Climax were so close to the original. I think I'm going to put it below F-Zero GX. Feels about right. Yeah, there we go. Seems like an okay time. Probably gets better if I give it a bit longer, but we don't have that long today. Kick-ass music, yeah. Seems good. Drifting, yeah. Anti-grav, weapons, shortcuts. Maybe. Bit too much combat, maybe. All right. For the next game, we're going to switch over to PSP. Nope, not here. All right. One of these is the demo. We'll play that first. Okay, so what is this? This was released as a UMD containing the movie Stealth about an AI fighter jet or something, and a demo of Wipeout Pure, including, oh, I forgot, I need to update the label. Including a unique track and vehicle. So I thought it would be a shame not to stream that as we're going through these. There we go. I've actually not confirmed that this demo version works. Fingers crossed. So there's a few courses. Don't tell me you have to unlock. Well, let's see how it goes. Here we go, stealth. This is the exclusive vehicle and the exclusive track.
Welcome to Call Team.
Hey Ren, good to see you.
Ready. Go.
So we are playing the exclusive track and ship. Oh, that's not the right button. So now I've got to use the trigger buttons, the shoulder buttons. So we're playing as a sentient fighter jet in a demo of Wipeout Pure on PSP. And the game's a touch loud on my side. Let's try that. It looks like we're accelerating pretty slowly. I haven't actually seen the movie Stealth. I just saw a trailer and noted that it just reminded me of Macross. Was it Macross 2 or Macross Plus that had the sentient fighter jet, AI fighter jet thing? One of the Macrosses.
Shield active.
Well, apart from having a whole bunch of ads for the film Stealth, which you're presumably not interested in if you've already bought the UMD version of Stealth. Like, you don't need to be advertised to. I think this is perhaps not the most interesting ship or track, so we're going to move on to the main game. I'll let the intro play this time. This is nice. Nice and calm. Compared to that Fusion intro. I never had a PSP myself. I had a go on one once or twice. And the joystick was really strange compared to anything else I tried. It's like a puck that you slide around. And I think you kind of probably have to design different response curves at the very least into the games to make them feel right. So I wonder if that'll affect the experience. Alright, so this is no longer a demo, but it's still... Hang on. What's going on? Am I still in the demo version? Oh, I did reset instead of stop, maybe? Try again. Download. Welcome to Wipeout Pure Online. I remember now as I see this, I did see that people have figured out how to create custom ships or custom ship skins and load them into the emulated PSP version. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I'm going to start with the zone. I quite like the zone mode.
Ready. Go.
So this is essentially an endless mode. Oh, wow. Okay, that button is fast forward the emulator. In zone mode, it's endless. You can't recharge your shields. And it gets faster and faster. So eventually, you're definitely going to explode. It's just a question of how much you can avoid hitting the sides as you go faster. It's quite a chill mode. I'm going to try my reflections. Is that too much? Try that. That's okay. Of course, this mode can take quite a long time.
Zone 10.
So we'll see. Yeah, okay, my air brakes do work. I think that there are boosts in these modes, but there's not much point hitting them because you don't get a better score for finishing sooner, for finishing a lap faster.
Zone 15.
You're just trying to accumulate score and be careful. So actually it's a risk to hit the boosters. Having trouble getting off the walls there. I don't know if it's this particular ship, but the steering feels a bit strange. Oh well, I did mention as well about the PSP stick being quite different. The calibration curves.
Energy critical.
If I remember right, like the PSP stick took quite a lot more effort to hold it right at the edges.
Silver medal awarded.
Silver, not too bad. Unlock something. Alright, so let's try the tournament. Wow, that's a lot of different ships. I like these menus. You know where you are with the Pfizer, and this year is no exception. Yeah.
Ready. Go.
Oh, this is a particularly nice example of the underwater tunnel in futuristic racing games. I like this one. The caustics are really nice.
Shield active.
Let's fast forward.
Missile.
That's not what I want. Feels quite slow. I guess that's not too surprising. If the controls are a bit, you know, difficult on the PSP, but
Mines.
what are we doing? 5th place.
Mines.
Tracks are pretty narrow. I'm not getting as blown up as in Fusion so far. When I was comparing
Rockets.
Pulse, the next game we're going to play, when I was comparing the PS2 and PSP versions, it did feel to me like the PSP version was going slower, but also the frame rate seemed slower, even though the emulation was at full speed, so couldn't quite tell how much it was a case of slow frame rate versus actual slow gameplay. Oh, we made it to 1st place.
Ready.
Still not a proper countdown, but it's easier to time that one. The PS2 one, the Fusion one, felt very hard to time, whereas that one I managed to hit. I like the environments. The tracks are pretty gorgeous so far. The steering, though, and gameplay is a bit slower.
Mines. Missile.
And presumably that gets faster later on. I could even try something that's not Pfizer. In the previous games, you know, there was just like a very small number of ships, and all of a sudden here we've got, what was it, 6, 8 different ones? Right from the get-go. Pick one that's a bit faster.
Shield active. Mines.
So if I've not... Ow. 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 I've not felt I've really needed the air brakes, but that's also something I felt was the case with the Pfizer ship on some of the previous games. So I'll see how it goes, but I'm tempted to try a different one. I just don't want to restart the tournament while we're ahead.
Rocket.
Those mines are really hard to avoid, given how narrow the tracks are.
Ready. Go.
Missed it that time. It still takes a bit longer than I expect to get to go. Actually, I've just had a thought. If the emulation for the PS2 version of the sequel on stream is too bad, I will switch to the PSP version, because the PSP emulation is going very smoothly at least. I like these levels. Robots build robots.
Disruption bomb. Missile.
The previous one, Fusion, looked quite grimy overall, and this one is really clean, which I guess they called it Wipeout Pure, makes sense. But I like it.
Rocket. Missile. Shield active.
You know what? I have the ill-fated PlayStation TV, which was basically a screenless, controllerless PlayStation Vita that you could plug straight into your TV, and at one point they were being discontinued or heavily discounted. They could only play some PSP games because you had to play them with a DualShock 3.
Missile.
Sorry, some Vita games, because you had to play them with the DualShock 3, and so you couldn't use things like the touchscreen or the rear touch panel. Didn't have direct equivalents. But there were ways to play. There was a built-in PSP emulator in the operating system or just included in downloads on the Vita that let you play, I think, many PSP games. So I could, in theory, hook up my PlayStation TV and play the PSP version on the Vita operating system on the PlayStation TV and capture that. I didn't think of that before, but I've been simulating fine. Oh, I got the boost. Yeah. That, oops, nope, that's me using the wrong shoulder buttons. So far this is quite easy and slow, but it's pretty chill. And I really like just the look of the game and the levels. Courses, I should say. Yeah, wow! That's the best looking version of the Quake that I've seen. Yeah, so far the only thing I wish is that I could go faster. Use the emulator fast forward. That's a bit hard to steer though. Oh, actually, you know what? Look at the speeds. We're only going at like 300 kilometers an hour compared to... But the... Interesting. The maximum is way higher. I love that Quake. I wonder whether there really is faster courses and ships, and if because Wipeout doesn't have the equivalent of cups like in Mario Kart or Xenon Racer, where or Extreme G3. Hang on, actually Xenon Racer has something slightly different, but Extreme G3 has the cups, right, where you start at 250cc and then move up to 500 and so on. And Wipeout doesn't have that. So that was the 4th race. Okay, end of tournament. Unlocked Beta League. So what's the difference between Vector and Venom? And Beta and Alpha? Here we go. Slowest, easiest races. Medium speed. Okay. And then, whoops. Alpha. Beta. Or just sets of tracks. Okay. So, Physar is 2 out of 5 speed. Good handling. Oricon, 4 out of 5. Queerx. I remember Queerx being... Okay, Thruster must be our acceleration. I remember Queerx being tricky. AG Systems is going to be the slowest to speed up. Piranha is fast, but slow to accelerate. AG Systems accelerates quickly, but is slow overall. Handling. AG systems, it's a bit harder to handle. So that would be a good one to try. Asagai looks quite an all-rounder as well. 3, 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. Three, 3, 4, 3. Okay, Asagai looks good. 2, 3. This one's more likely to explode. Let's try the Asagai.
Ready. Go.
I keep pressing the wrong triggers. Ah, interesting. So are we doing the same tracks? Just at a higher speed. Ah, this feels better already.
Mines. 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 Rockets.
I'm just checking how long I've been streaming for. We've been going for an hour. I'm just checking that I have time to actually play more of this because I'm having quite a lot of fun. I'd quite like to get up to the beta tracks. Oh, although I'm not doing so well on the shields.
Disruption zone. Shield active.
Alright, so do we have... Actually, here's the thing. How do we recharge the shields here? Because I haven't seen the... Oh, I'm wrong. That was the... I saw the exit of the pit stop, I think.
Mines.
I'm going to keep an eye out for... No, maybe I'm imagining things. Third place will do.
Ready. Go.
The music's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Mines. Mines.
Oh, those mines.
Mines.
Ooh, ow. Can I just... Can I restart the race? That was bad.
Shield active. Rocket. Disruption zone.
Alright, thank you for the raid. I don't get raided often. Hello everyone. My name is Millennium Cyborg. And hold on. Somewhere in one of my many tabs, I'm hearing myself. Yeah, I stream oh no. There we go. I stream various retro games, and occasionally a bit of development. And every Friday I've been streaming and rating various futuristic racing games. So today I'm working my way through some PS2 and PSP Wipeout games. And then after each game, I'm ranking it in a spreadsheet, as you will see if you hang around. And thank you, DJ Music Studio, for the follow.
Energy multiplier.
I did really well before the raid, up until I started going up to the higher speed class. So this is Wipeout Pure on PSP, and I've actually been quite enjoying it. Even though I've not figured out how to regain shield in this particular version of the game. Oh no.
Contender eliminated.
2 AM, that's definitely time to go to bed. But yeah, thanks so much for the raid. I hope you rest well. Right, so what was that? 1 retirement and 1 third place. We're probably not going to get even a silver medal at the end of the tournament. So what I'll do is, let's see if we can. I assume, yeah, we can't get to the beta tracks here. Let's have a quick look at a beta track and the easier league, and then we'll move on to the next game.
Ready. Go.
It's really noticeably slower in the beginners league.
Mines.
Actually, I think that's pretty good. Because Wipeout 64, for instance, was really tough right from the beginning. I struggled at first to finish any of the challenges, which are the main game mode. I'm going to be playing more of this off stream, I think, and I'll experiment with the PlayStation TV approach. See how that compares, you know, see how the official emulator compares to PPSSPP. Even though PPSSPP, hard to say 3 times fast, is a really good emulator. I originally played through Danganronpa on PPSSPP on an Android phone. Before, I think that was when there was just a fan translation and not an official translation. It's been around for a while.
Plasma.
These tracks are really cool. I've been playing more Extreme G3 just because I was curious how it starts, you know, how it feels later on in the game. I haven't changed my mind about where I ranked it, but the tracks in Extreme G3 are so empty. Both on track and in the environments. Whereas these ones, they're quite short, and there's a lot going on visually and in terms of the actual course. I like the characters and everything. You know what wasn't any good was that movie tie-in exclusive track earlier.
Autopilot engaged. Disengaging.
That one was nowhere near as interesting.
Disruption event.
All right. Well,
Shield active.
I think this is so far one of my favorite Wipeout games. My only complaint was the speed, and that turned out to be a feature of the beginner levels rather than the whole game. So, yeah, let's rank it. All right. Yeah, I clicked here without looking, but I think it definitely fits in around here for me. Not quite as amazing as Xenon Racer, but still been having quite a lot of fun with it. Let's see. Grab this. Am I going to put the heart eyes emoji next to it? I think I will. What am I copying? These ones. Number 5. Welcome to the list. I think those are all correct. Yeah. Excellent. I'll be playing more of that. Alright, let's see how the PS2 emulation holds up on the next one. Because it was giving us trouble earlier. But we are switching over to Wipeout Pulse. Only a couple of years later. And we're doing a full boot. There we go. As recommended by the wiki. And that's just fine. Right. I'll be speeding up the loads a little. Switch to 60 Hertz. Yes. Let's watch the intro. All right. So I created a profile earlier because it makes you do the same name entry stuff as in the last game. Racebox. I don't like the menus as much as in Wipeout Pure. Sure, the Assegai seemed like a good starting choice. Yeah, the loads in the PS2 version especially seemed quite slow. I don't know if it's an emulation thing or if the real hardware version has very long loads.
Built on an exclusive island chain off the shores of Sicily, Moa Therma is the very definition of Mediterranean glamour. Race through the horizontal synchrologistics dynamo and contribute to the electricity supply for the residential rich and healthy in this 5.3K track.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
I appreciate the countdown.
Mine.
Handling is interesting.
Shield active. Missile.
Huh. I noticed this in both this version and the PSP version. The frame rate just seems low, right? It's not the emulation this time. It's locked at full speed. I think it's just running at 30 frames per second natively.
Shield active. Rockets.
There is a bit of latency in the control. That might be emulation. I don't like the fact that it's running at 30 frames a second. For a racing game, you know, high-speed racing game,
Rockets.
that just doesn't feel as good.
Rockets. Plasma.
And the PSP version had the same frame rate issue, which wasn't emulation lag.
Autopilot engaged. Disengaging.
Race complete.
So this has the grid unlock system that later games would continue, which is quite interesting. It's a kind of combination of
Assegai.
various other ways of unlocking challenges and content. It's more obvious on later games in the series, I think, or at least in Omega Collection, which is the version I saw. But it's just really kind of a tree of unlocks as you complete one challenge.
The race came to this secretive energy park in the Brecon Beacons when public finances were withdrawn following the Grey Goo incident. Central to the 5.2K Talon's junction circuit are the cathedral-like circuit breakers and the dynamic Concordia loop.
Well, I like these intros to the tracks.
3, 2, 1, go.
Maybe I need to start pressing the accelerator on the one. This isn't as shiny as Pure was. It's gone back to slightly grimy, slightly foggy.
Rocket. Bomb.
Slightly less slightly less interesting tracks, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Ow.
Shield active.
Yeah, I'm feeling just a touch of input lag. Which is always a risk with emulation, but... So there's been no energy refill area, right? Unless I missed something. So how does it work? Okay, this works like in later games. So we had a pickup, and instead of using it up, sacrifice it for shield. Okay, that's a good mechanic. I like it. It's more interesting than having to pit.
Race complete.
Oh, we have a loyalty with the Asagai company. Do we... Are we stuck here until we actually get first place on one of these? What if I set the AI difficulty to easy? Speed class Venom. 0.0 out of 3. Why did we get 0 out of 3 points? Okay, let's try again. AI difficulty easy. Was it secretly an elimination race where we have to take down... take down some of the other races in order to get points? Don't think so.
2, 1, go.
Yeah, just like, it's not even that much latency on the input, but it does throw off the feel. And that might be down to the emulation setup. We're back to a lot of everyone blowing each other up. I don't know. Okay, I mean, that's still the good Quake effect that we had in Pure. Alright, second place. It's gotta be worth some points, right? Oh. total. That's the loyalty score, right? So do we unlock things now? Yes, we do. Moatherma, Talon's Junction, Metropia. This one's a new location. We get to pick the soundtrack, but I don't know any of the tracks. I'm gonna try, out of curiosity. Hold on. What's that? There's something flashing. Classic or? I can't even tell what that is. It's flashing up for 1 frame. Is it assist? I can't tell.
Pfizer.
There's nothing else selectable, so... But there might be a different version of the ships or a different control style that can be unlocked. I don't know.
The new Kyoto Assembly fully supports and sanctions the race at Metropia, where the 4.4K track efficiently guides contenders through the uppermost towers and convention centers of the reformed business quadrant.
3, 2, 1, go.
7 laps. Hang on, what is that number? So it go up, so is it checkpoints maybe? We've got to keep hitting checkpoints. I'm staring at the number instead of actually racing. Lap record. Okay, I see. That's why I saw it go back up. Yeah, still some control latency I find a bit hard to get used to. I wonder. Although it's an annoying detail, it's not the main things that make me like this less than pure. I'll probably give this a go on my actual PS2, either if I find a disc or if I manage to get my hard drive bootloader version working. But I don't think it'll change my opinion of the game too much. It's really, the days are really counting down to my anniversary now, which will be on the 26th. I'm hoping I can actually put together an interesting stream. But I've been once again deep in the rabbit hole of rendering and trying to recreate an old CGI look. I guess my fallback will have to be that regular Unity rendering pipeline studio project that, to be honest, went really smoothly putting that together. It's the more advanced rendering stuff that's been very, very fiddly. And taking up my time, my development time at the moment. But at some point I have to say I have to decide that I'm not actually gonna finish it in time and have to fall back to a simpler plan. Actual coding just takes a while. I'm enjoying it though. It's been a while since I really got into graphics type work. And I'm simultaneously getting to understand more about how very old renderers worked and how very modern ones do. All the ray tracing stuff.
Silver medal awarded.
Good enough. Silver medal. Alright, well, I feel like I've got the measure of this game. Where's my spreadsheet? There we go. Wipeout Pulse. In the big official ranking that now is no longer fitting on screen just about. Oh, thanks, Des. Yeah, hey, don't look forward to it yet. You don't know what's going to be in it, and neither do I. I really need to plan. I just had crazy ideas, you know, more than a month out from the date, and then slowly realized, okay, there's no way I'm doing that in time. There's no way I'm doing that in time. So I think it'll probably just be something fairly chilled out, and maybe a bit of shiny tech to show off. How are we feeling about this? How do I feel about it versus Fusion? Or even original Wipeout? It's hard to tell with the latency, but I just did not. It's fine, I guess. It's not probably on proper hardware it would be slightly better. Right, let's see. How about compared to Extreme G3? Probably better than Extreme G3. Original Wipeout? That's tough, actually. That is tough. So far, I feel like I would place it just underneath original Wipeout. Maybe. Or just above. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna place it just above original Wipeout. I will give it a go off stream on real hardware and consider my choices. But for now, this is how I feel about it. Yeah, music's fine. Not too bad. Drifting, sure. Yes. That's, oops. Probably not. Alright. That's the official list for this week. So far, Wipeout Pure, my favourite Wipeout. One of my top 5. give me just a moment. Sorry about that. Seems to have been a food delivery for next door, not for me. All right, let's bring back the stream music. Right, so on Monday, I think we're going to continue with Journeyman Project. I was having fun. And I feel like actually playing it all the way through. It's nice to complete games on stream. And as an FMV game, yeah, there's plenty of stuff more to see and enjoy. And I think it's true to say that I've not actually seen all of Pegasus Prime yet, so I'll be discovering some of it for the first time myself. So I think my schedule for the week after that, I don't know if next Friday we'll have, yeah, we should have a stream as well. I think I've managed to clear out my schedule. Should be going on as before. So what are we going to do racing wise next time? I might want to finish off Wipeout games. I'm very much looking forward to playing the Wipeout Omega Collection. So we might do that. Or there's a never-ending collection of very obscure, you know, 2005-ish era futuristic racing games to dig into as well. There's lots on Steam, so yeah, we will consider the options on that one. So let's see if anyone else is streaming. Well, Yuzu is streaming Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward, and I definitely want to tune in and see where she's gotten up to. So we're going to raid her now. There we go. And as always, thank you so much for watching. It's time for me to go. If you, like me, have caught the Millennium Bug, make sure to watch the next stream or find me elsewhere on the World Wide Web by clicking on the links below the video. I've been Millennium Cyborg, keep that future vibe, and I'll see you in the world of tomorrow.